Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make hot mango sauce. This is one of my favorite fermented sauce and it doesn't take much to make. You can use your preferred veggies and preferred herbs. I'm going to use whatever I have in my kitchen today. But the most important ingredients are raw mango and chilies. We'll cut the mango and other vegetables into small to medium pieces. I'm going to ferment this sauce for a long time, almost 1 month, and that's why I will not cut the vegetables into very small pieces. These papers are already very small, so I'm not going to cut them. I made this sauce recipe especially for those who are making apple cider vinegar at home, because many of you have asked me many times what to do with those apples after straining. So today I'm going to show you what you can do with those fermented apples. You can make sauce like this, or you can use those apples for the next batch. So never throw those apples after fermentation over. You can always make nice sauce. I am just washing little bit so that all those dead skin of yeast and bacteria can go away. These apples are already very acidic, so it will help also to bring the pH level down faster. I have taken this sterilized jar and I will add the apples inside. You don't need fermented apples to make this sauce, but if you have, use it. To give it nice flavor, I am going to add some mint leaves, and then I am also going to use these onions and garlic cloves and some red chilies. These chilies are fresh and they are really hot. Since I am going to ferment for a long time, I have to ensure that all the vegetables are nicely submerged. And that's why I will add the mangoes later, because the mango pieces are quite heavy and it will help to submerge all the vegetables inside. Now I will sprinkle some black and white mustard seeds. After 1 month, when we are going to blend it, these mustard seeds will add very nice flavor and taste. This homemade sauce is not only tasty but also healthy, loaded with lots of good bacteria. As we know, when we ferment vegetables or fruits, we get good bacteria called probiotics. This is far better than store-bought sauce, because store-bought sauce has sodium, lots of sugar, preservatives. And when you're making sauce at home, you can use your preferred vegetables, preferred herbs. So this is always better than store-bought sauce. Also, when we ferment veggies or fruits, which we call lactofermentation, it produces lactic acid, which is good for our gut health. We get lactic acid in yogurt too. So basically, it's always good to prepare your pickles or sauce at home. Now adding the mangoes on top. Now I'm going to add water to see how much water I need to cover everything or to submerge everything in the jar. So now I will pour it back, and I need around 600 ml water to cover fully, and I'm going to use the salt based on this 600 ml water. For fermentation, always use filtered water, not tap water, because tap water might contain chlorine, which might hinder the fermentation process. We'll put back the mangoes on top so that it will submerge all the vegetables nicely. Now I'm going to measure the salt. I'm going to use 5% salt of total water, because I'm going to keep this fermentation for 1 month, and it's better to use higher percentage of salt so that no fungus or mold can grow. So 5% salt of 600 ml is 30 grams. And before I add the water, I will ensure that the salt is fully dissolved in the water. Many people prefer the measurement in spoon. So 1 spoon is equal to 15 grams, and here I am going to use 2 spoons of salt. We'll press the mangoes little bit to push everything down, and then on top I will add this cabbage leaf. This will ensure that nothing is sneak peeking, nothing is floating on top, and everything is nicely submerged. Now we'll take this glass jar and put on top. It will work as the fermentation weight. If you have fermentation weight, you can always use that, or if you have airlock system, please use that. But I'm showing this just to let you know You don't need anything fancy. You can always do fermentation at home without having any fermentation weight or any airlock system. Okay, so this is done and I will leave it in room temperature for at least 1 month. I will also add a plate below because first few days you might see the brine is overflowing. So it's always good to use a plate below. 2 days over and you can see the vibrant colors of the vegetables are fading away. And you can also notice that there are lots of small bubbles going upward. So this is the sign of fermentation, and this will increase with time. At least next 7 to 8 days you can expect more bubbles. So when bubbles are more, that means the fermentation is really active, and that time we need to burp every day to avoid explosion. So first 10 days make sure you are burping the jar every day. Many people are scared to do fermentation at home, but lacto fermentation is very easy. You just need to submerge your vegetables inside the salted water. Just ensure that the salt you're using is pure salt like Himalayan salt or sea salt and not the store-bought salt. You can see here when I'm pressing with the spoon how much bubbles coming out. These are nothing but the carbon dioxide or the gas created during the fermentation. But after 10 days or few weeks later, there will be no more bubbles or very low bubbles because the percentage of lactic acid will be higher and the pH level of the brine will be lower. So the fermentation will be not that much active since yeast will be also not that active anymore. "15 days over and you can see the colors are fading away, and you can also notice some white color residue inside the jar. These are the dead cell of yeast and bacteria involved in the fermentation. So now I will leave it again for another few days, probably another 2 to 3 weeks. And you can see not much bubbles inside. That means the fermentation is really slow now. So you don't need to burp every day now onwards. 1 month when 1 week is over and you can see the vegetables are very soft and mushy now. If you notice, there is a white color powdery layer which we call kham yeast. Kham yeast is not harmful, but it can off flavor the ferment. So if you notice kham yeast appearing on your ferment, always scrap it off. Keeping kham yeast for longer can also bring the mold, so always scrap it off and keep your ferment clear. Now I'm going to strain the vegetables, but before that I will take out the glass and also the cabbage leaf I have added before. Now we'll add these vegetables to the blender and make a very nice smooth paste. Mango and mustard seeds goes very well. I have another video where I have shown how to make lacto fermented mustard seeds with raw mango. You can check that video link in the description. This brine you can use to blend the vegetables or you can drink as it is, but the only problem is the higher percentage of salt. But the higher percentage of lactic acid present in the brine will balance the excess salt. And I know many people who drink the brine as it is, so it's up to you. If you want to drink, you can go ahead. To enhance the taste, I will add few more ingredients, some sugar, little salt and little vinegar. This is already having high lactic acid present in the sauce, so that's why we don't need lots of vinegar to add. If you need, you can just add the brine to keep the taste consistent. This is so mouth-watering, I can't wait. Just to show you how acidic the brine is, I'm going to do a pH level test. I will take a pH strip and dip inside the brine to see what is the pH level. So it's around 4, maybe little less than 4 or maybe little more than 4. So basically if the pH level is less than 4.6, it is considered safe to consume. I have taken this narrow mouth sterilized bottle and I will pour the sauce inside and then I will put it back in the fridge. At this point, this sauce has built enough acid to survive its own, but Singapore is a very hot country, so I don't want to take chance. I will put in the refrigerator. But if you are staying in a country where the temperature is not very hot, you can leave it in room temperature. It will continue to ferment and produce more lactic acid, so there will be less chances to get mold or fungus. If you like your sauce to be liquid, you can add more brine. It's up to you. But always make sure the sauce is not getting exposed to oxygen much, and always keep the cap tight. So here is our beautiful golden yellow hot mango sauce ready with lots of probiotic and other health benefits. Stop eating store-bought sauce and make this beauty at home. Let me know how it was. If you have liked this video, comment below, give me a thumbs up, press the subscribe button with the bell button, and I will see you again with lots of fermented food and drinks recipes. Stay happy and healthy.